the Secret Galaxy Unannounced live stream featuring Mike Case,
Some would say one of the best cartoon crotches of all time.
Kate and Chad,
I don't want to touch the cat pee towels.
and your host, Dan Larson.
Let's open him up and see what he's got.
Starts now.
Hi, I'm Dan Larson. Thank you for being here tonight on the 6th unannounced live stream. That anyone is here tonight is greatly appreciated, since some of us are like on, 3 days into a holiday weekend. It's been a few weeks since we were on, so we're going to be checking in on what we've been up to, recapping both Toy Pizza Con and Joe Fest. Those are the last two shows that I was fortunate enough to attend. But first, let me get my co-host in here. First up is a guy who I think is 8 days into a holiday weekend. Something like that. It's my good friend Mike Case.
This is how I roll as an adult, because I just don't work.
Hey, you had permission. This was you. It's not like you went to the front office and were like, "Hey, I'm gonna need 8 days off." They were like, "Hey,
Sure.
Mike, why don't you take 8 days off?"
Yeah, it was great. It's when you have a good boss and you have like a rough week, they're just like, you know what? We don't need you this week. You're good.
Yeah, I have a crap boss, and I can talk about him all day long, because he is not on the live stream right now, and he's not gonna watch this after the fact either. So that guy can eat it.
Yeah, eat it.
I didn't get
man.
any time off this week.
Oh man, not even
Live
for
streaming.
not even for the 4th of July.
No, I worked. I had to do stuff. I had things to do.
Oh man.
Keep an eye on chat tonight and filling in the details that I might miss on our Toy Pizza Expo recap is Kate and chat. Kate, hello, welcome to the show.
Hello.
That's it.
Good to see you.
Good to see
I also had to work.
Good to hear you.
There you
Oh,
go.
thanks. Hello.
Let's take a look over here at chat. I gotta switch over to this other tab here. The funny thing about this is we're kicking off at 9:30 here because I wanted an extra half hour to prepare, and then I went just right up to the line anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much time you give
You
me.
gave yourself that time.
I'm gonna use
come on,
every
yeah.
single second. I played Rocket League. It was so stupid.
I thought you were getting dinner.
I did. I got dinner.
Is that what you eat? Do you eat Rocket League?
No. I wish you could. That'd be easy. 2 jobs at once. No, I was still making my stupid notes about what we're doing right now tonight, even though I could have been doing that all day. It was like had to wait for exactly the right moment. Now that
Inspiration.
Exactly.
I find that as you get closer to a deadline, you get more creative.
Yeah, I'm like a diamond, right? Like I
Yeah,
shine
right.
better under more pressure, right? I think is how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Kate to laugh.
Laughing.
Nailed it. So convincing.
Hello to Josh Brown, Cisco Deer, KJ Smith, Lights, Camera, Action Figures. Oh, I should be plussing these people in. Hang on. Here you go. This guy.
You'll
This
figure
guy.
it out.
Here you go. It's been a while. We haven't done this in a while. What, 3 weeks? Something like that. Brian Carr, Stephen Hall, Marcus Blackwell.
Yeah, when you said it was the 6th one, I was like, has it only been 6?
We've done others that had proper names to them,
I
that had
see.
actual like announced guests and stuff. So this is only the 6th unannounced live stream. I was gonna say, you know what, is unannounced the same thing as secret? Because in terms of branding, calling it the secret live stream would work better. But we're 6 in. I gotta stick with the unannounced thing.
Yeah, it's too late now.
So Bitter Troll, Mike C, Alpha Magnus, Hyperdelic, DJ Creole. Is that how that's pronounced? Creole?
That's how I would
One
pronounce
of the
it.
others. We've got Christine Tassone with All Faults. Hey, Jay Reichert's here. Hello.
What up?
Hello.
Patrick, I don't know if that's Gerard or Gerard. Not sure. Marcus Blackwell.
Well, he has a lot of faith that you can pronounce his name, so hopefully you got it correct.
Gerard. Is it just me or does Dan sound a bit like Zombie from Pee-wee's Playhouse? That's just that digitally toned, after effect thing.
I don't know, say Mechaleka hi, and I'll let you know.
I'll take it as a compliment either way. Andy Silva just got my SG1 recently and have to say I love it. Love the Nintendo Power Glove and Duck Hunt gun accessories. Mike, did you get yours yet? Your accessories?
Okay,
cool. I was getting worried.
I brought it.
Oh, we're gonna do an unboxing.
Oh,
I figured if we wanted to, we could. I hadn't opened it yet.
fancy.
My day job is this job. I've been full time on the show for 3-ish years now, somewhere around there. And my boss is producer Greg, who is a jerk. We all know that. I wouldn't be saying that. I would be saying that if he was here.
He would be
would,
saying
absolutely.
He would
yeah.
be saying it if he was here. He'd own that.
Max Esai is here. Winter
Esai.
Toker, Lord Hoagie, PBR, Street Gang, Keldon, and we'll go with Rojixis. Hello. And a bunch of other people. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone for hanging out here, being on the show. I've got one little. Oh, hey, Omega Ranger gifted 20 Secret Galaxy memberships. Thank you
The
very much.
Omega Ranger did that. We just saw the silver Gokaiger turn into
Oh, that's
the
right.
Omega
All silver.
Ranger.
All silver
Yeah.
team.
All silver team.
Phil, I can't remember. Oh, here it is. I couldn't find the one piece, the one image I grabbed of news, and I couldn't find it. Let me share this real quick here.
One
Wow,
job.
I forgot how to do all this stuff. So the only piece of news I really wanted to talk about is this one here. Ramen Toys this week announced that they have they're going to be producing officially licensed.
First.
Officially, that's a first. Yeah.
About time.
To be fair, they thought they had licensed Silverhawks.
Sure.
And they even put it on the package and everything. And
Yep.
then it wasn't until later that all got a little gray and foggy and weird. So, but yeah, they're doing officially licensed Gotcha Man figures, Battle of the Planets, you may know it as, G-Force, you may know it as. I've got my Ken Eagle sitting right here on my desk from Storm Collectibles. So I'm excited about this. I'm hoping that they're going to produce them a little bit smaller. These are closer to like 7-8 inch scale.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
I'm hoping they produce them a little cheaper because these are pretty expensive. And I hope they produce them a little faster. I think Ken came out last year, 2023. I'm guessing June is not until later the end of this year, maybe next year. And then we've still got 3 members of that team left on the other side of that. So
I was just like, we just ended June. What are you talking about?
Yes.
And then I realized
Princess.
I got
Princess,
there,
June, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
So that's my only piece of news that I really, really wanted to mention here that I'm excited for, something I'm eagerly anticipating.
Yeah.
That said, if it doesn't happen, if they never get it out, I'm still getting the Storm Collectibles ones. But I'd love to trade off for something that's cheaper and still licensed. So, Ace, if you're watching, if you hear this, make it happen. Anything you wanted
to see it?
Anything you want to mention, Mike, before we get into the rest of the show here?
No, I don't have any news. I don't come here with news. I come here to react to the news that you bring to the table. That's not my job.
All right. Well, I don't consider this a news stream, so I don't bring.
Which is
I don't
half
bring a
the
lot of
reason I
news to
like it, honestly.
Yeah. There you go. No one can take my officially licensed Ramen Silverhawks away from me. That's right. Josh, do they both have the official licensing on both of those figures? Because they did Quicksilver and Monstar. I'm not sure if they both managed to get that officially licensed on there. It's like from Silverhawks Inc. or something.
Yeah. And then Pinkerton busts down your door.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah.
They're not Hasbro, I guess. Never mind.
Pickups in terms of I'm gonna hold my pickups till after use. Mike,
have to use, guys.
I saw that you do have a figure there to unbox, but before we do that, okay, if you want to talk about that real quick, go ahead.
I don't want to.
Okay. You did post a video that I haven't watched yet.
Oh, yeah.
Harsh.
I've been busy.
I don't expect anyone to watch my videos, so I just assume. I mean, statistically, most people haven't seen it yet, just in the world.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. But I will watch it. I watch all your videos and I watch all your live streams and stuff. In fact, I thought tonight I was like, oh, we should try to beat Mike's last runtime on his last live stream. And then I looked at your runtime.
No.
And said, I'm not doing
it. No.
We turned it off after 2 hours. I was like, oh, it's about midnight.
2.5 hours. It was we were there with you for like
you were wrapping up.
Yeah.
You know, it's
we
one
were
of those
done
things.
with the boxes.
Ken Plume, who I had on as a guest, has one of those weird powers that like your mom had when you were a kid and they were almost hanging up on the phone and then they would find something else to talk about.
Okay.
And then, now I really got to go. And then, have you seen that? Oh yeah, I saw that. And then you talk about that instead of leaving.
Is he from the South? I know that tends to be a Southern charm kind of thing, where
think
it's
he
like
lives
I'm
in
never going to
North.
be the person who leaves. You know, I'm always going to
Yeah.
keep the conversation going. You're going to have to leave.
Yeah, I think he lives in North Carolina. So
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
counts. The only reason I got out was he was like, "Hey, I've got to go get some water," and I was like, "Okay, we can just leave." Now, granted, this is after I'd worn like 8 T-shirts
Yeah.
at one time, and
Yeah.
Mike, what's your channel's name?
it's Mike Case. Is this my name?
It's
Mike.
Mike Case's name.
very-
Kaess. Mike Case.
There we go. I just typed it into chat.
Ramen does seem to be pivoting away from unlicensed. Is that true? Is that true?
I mean, they're making a bunch of tanks and stuff for GI Joe.
Which
It's-
technically doesn't have anything to do with licensing.
True, it's just
Tanks
tanks.
are
They're
tanks.
just making tanks.
That's right. You get
Does
tanks
this
for free
happen to look
license.
like
Yeah.
the bridge tank? Maybe, but those actually exist in the real world.
That's right.
so-
That's right.
Although they're doing it's Fans Hobby that's doing the Sky.
the Skyhawk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is weird because that's a Transformers third party company. I did not expect
right.
them to do
Right.
GI
right.
Joe.
Yeah. That doesn't even transform or anything.
No. Although it'd be cool if it did, I would buy it. I wouldn't even think about it. I would just buy it. Like,
And of course, the other brand, and we'll talk about this in a moment when we get into some of these pictures and stuff here from Joe Fest. The Titanium Titans is Ramen's new, not Silverhawks, and it's not Silverhawks. It's not even close to Silverhawks. But they definitely had to sort of reinvent where they wanted to take that action figure line once they turned into a sort of like, we can't actually do this. So
kind of like when they tried to make a Maverick action figure and then pivoted to just generic pilots.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little more in a second too here when we get to the Joe Fest stuff. Like they had those figures at Joe Fest, and I wanted to go take a look at them, but I was busy and couldn't actually get out onto the floor, and we'll talk about that in a sec. You have a figure there to unbox, which will segue nicely into our next section here. 2 minutes. I'm trying to remember if I put anything weird in that box. I think I did.
It's a box full of.
It's me. I colored out my address so people can't. I can dox myself.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find my wallet, so let me know if it's in there.
All right. I mean, I will not tell you. I'll be honest. I'd be like, you'd find out.
Yeah, I know they're releasing the Maverick, but aren't they still doing it as like a build-a-figure kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a build-a-figure, and you had to have bought like a specific wave to get it and stuff.
Yeah, that's what as I understood it, and individual figure price was prohibitive.
Yeah,
and then the actual like buy all four or whatever and get that head was like I was like I can't, that's too much.
All right, let's see. We got. Look at this. This goes.
Hey, look at that Kickley artwork.
So good. So good.
So for those that don't know, we did our second figure released in our Secret Gear line of action figures. SGO1, the robot collab with Mighty Maniacs, Ramen Toys. That released back in April, sold out. We did a restock, and that restock did come into stock recently. And we actually still have some of those left. So if you're interested in grabbing the, do you have your? Oh, you know what? I have mine.
I didn't know there was assembly required. I have to go talk to my parents about it. See, like,
I also didn't include in the instructions. This is like doing
God,
it's like a
how does
Mythic
this
Legions
work?
figure. Yeah.
How does a person work?
Our SGO1 released back in April. We do have a restock. We still got some pieces of this left on our website at secretgalaxy.shop. But we also just put out an accessory pack, which comes with the jetpack, the wings, the colossal sword.
That was in my box. I got one of those.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's right there.
There it is. You got the blaster. You got the
I gotta figure out how
an accessory pack. Mine's all just been in a jumbled bag for a while now. But it's all kinds of fun stuff there. Oh, yes. There are many choking hazard pieces in this set for sure.
Okay. Well, I don't want this little neck piece.
So I'm glad you're doing that. So what you'll need to do here, if you want to hold that up.
Okay.
That's the default Toy Pizza Night of the Slice head that comes on the action figure in the packaging. So you'll want to pop that head off.
Okay.
And then that pizza collar is held in by the neck peg.
Neck peg.
So you will also need to pull the neck peg out. good luck because it is very tightly in there.
I did it.
Oh, you got the neck peg out too? Oh, okay,
got
cool. Perfect. So now you need to put the neck peg back in.
This is very complicated.
It is. I should have put instructions in. I didn't have time. You don't have to put the collar on yet. Just put the neck peg back in.
Oh, I see.
And I usually like press it down on a table or something to get it to.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So the neck peg holds in the pizza collar, but
No, now he lost his arm trying to get this in here.
the new collar just slips right
Casualty.
over the neck peg. And that's part of the reason why the new collar is designed that way, is to give that body more versatility to hide that gap in the neck, so that Jesse and Toy Pizza, they can use it for other figure designs like Darkhawk. Did you get it in? It's really hard.
Oh my god. I don't know what's gonna break first, my finger or the
So when you get it done, I'll put me on large here. Actually, I have a cape on here as well, so that when it's put on, the head sits sort of into the collar. The collar comes up around, like, almost to his nose, to make that look complete. But it's hiding that gap that is in the neck peg.
Oh my god, this figure's falling apart. I'm really good at toys.
Yeah. It's some assembly required. I wanted to make up a little like piece of paper that showed how to take the neck peg off, because I definitely exchanged some messages with people that were like, I can't get the pizza collar off. It seems like it's really stuck. And I'm like, no, it's not stuck. You just got to get that neck peg out.
It's a feature.
Yeah, it's a feature, not a bug. Hey, don't forget that pizza slicer hand.
What?
Yeah, since it's Glyos, there's all kinds of interchangeable parts.
Oh my god.
You can put the pizza slicer hand on. You got the alternate head, all that stuff. Good bag Foley. Josh Brown, I don't know if Toy Pizza sells the cape directly. I just know that I had one in my box of Toy Pizza figures. So at some point, this was packed in with one of their figures. I don't know if it comes in like an accessory pack or anything. I just kind of threw it on there. The character has never, this Darkhawk has never had a cape in any design that I've actually, any drawing I've ever done of the character. So I kind of threw this on here almost as if it was sort of a, Common Rider extension, like, of the scarf.
So the cape
almost.
isn't canon then?
It's not, no. I mean, he could definitely have a cape in his adventures. That's up to whatever anybody wants to do with it. And then this sword is also a Toy Pizza sword. It comes in different colors. This one I just happen to have happens to be black and red and kind of matches, so it works.
So this is Glyos, huh?
Well, so is the Mighty Maniacs.
I feel like this is a different kind of Glyos.
No. It's all the same. It's all the same pegs.
You say that. There we go. All right. Look at that. Now I got him. I got a little.
There it is. Yeah, I think your neck peg still isn't sitting all the way down.
No, I couldn't, and I just gave up.
That's what I said. Like, take the head out, and I literally like force it down on a table to get, or heat it up, one or the other. It's
I'll
okay. Don't worry about it.
heat
Right
up
now.
later.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it right now.
And then you got to make sure it's turned frontwards, because there's like a V-shaped part.
Yeah,
That would fit the front of the pizza collar. So you just need to make sure that's rotated forward so that it's sitting all the way down in his torso. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I saw how it sits. It just getting it in is the hard part. So I'll do that. I'll do it later.
Yeah. Jay Reichert, we will be doing a restock on the Darkhawk figure. Those will be available later this year, sometime in October. It's a tease for later in the show. As Dan, have we done a Hello Kitty video? We have not yet. It's definitely on the list. Libra Tiger Pictures said, I definitely got up this morning and thought, I can't wait to spend my Saturday night discussing action figure articulation. Yes. I assume that is not sarcastic at all.
No, that's the only way to properly spend a good Saturday night, to be honest.
Max Esai says, I empathize with Mike right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey, look, I get it. It's that neck peg is really, really tough. It's not the same kind of peg as the other Glyos pegs. It is definitely a tougher to pull out and press in peg there. But anyway, like I said, that's a good segue into the next segment here. I wanted to share some photos of the fulfillment process. That's not exciting. What's a more
I
exciting way
know.
to say
Please,
that?
please, I want to go over logistics.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the prequels. Was all the, the votes in the Senate part. Like that,
First up,
yeah.
invoicing.
Let's go.
Let's talk about how to fill the Rolo label printer with labels.
That's what everybody wants. We do use one. So this is just this is a raw shot into the box
So
of all the Mighty Maniacs Rocom Toys SGO1 figures. Look, it's just neat. It's just neat. Like, I barely did anything with these figures to get them made. Like, Rocom Toys, he has done everything. He had the Kickstarter to get the molds made. He's been running this business for the last like 4 years or whatever. All I did was show up and say, hey, can I use your molds, color them differently, and then claim it as my product? And he was like, yeah, go ahead.
So transitively, does that mean that you also have a successful Kickstarter?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works.
No,
Put that on your resume.
That's not how it works. You don't get to. No.
I supported. I backed the Kickstarter, both Kickstarters now.
So now you have you've invested in his
2 for
company.
2.
Yeah.
That's right. Is this insider trading or is this self dealing or both?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
So I have a table, that my little work table at the office just happens to be exactly the size of 50 boxed figures here.
Convenient.
So those are all 50 ready to go out. Mike, I think this was yours. I think this one was yours right here.
Yeah, you had me choose.
Yeah, I said give me the coordinates.
Yeah.
For that, and I believe that's the one you picked. And then we also have Darkhawk.
For the people watch, I paid for that. I mean, he didn't just send it to me.
Nobody gets anything for free.
I'm just like, you have to pay to be danced for. People don't know this, but
That's,
like,
no. Yeah, this is.
He has a monthly subscription that you have to actually pay for to be his friend.
It's one tier on the Patreon.
Actually,
it's Mike right now.
Many of the people on this live stream do know that is
that's true.
fact.
How much do you pay him to be his husband? Like, how does that work out? Or does he pay you? He pays you.
Mike, we're gonna take that offline.
That's fair.
We can have that conversation later.
That's fair.
So this is this was the box art. The box art on SGO1 was done by I did the line art, sent that over to Eric Canetti, and then Eric Canetti did the incredible rendering. Yeah, he fixed it. He took it from looking pretty good to looking amazing. This one is by Kickly, Kickliy. If you're not following him on Instagram and Twitter and whatever other social media, definitely check him out. I have been a huge fan of his for a very long time. This is, somebody, not that there's anything wrong with working digitally, but this is somebody who still does all of his work physically with actual, paint and canvas and stuff. So
he crushes his own inks, and then he
I don't know if
presses
he goes
his own
that far,
paper,
actually. But
I feel like he should.
I was very honored when he agreed to work on this with me. And so this was the full body artwork that he produced. Because at the time I commissioned him, I wasn't sure if I was going to go with another square box, just like the SGO1 figure, which ultimately we did, or if these were going to be blister carded, more like a G.I. Joe figure. So
what made you choose? I'm just curious.
The cost.
That'll do it.
I was already spending enough money on the figure itself and all that I was like, you know what, maybe on the second run, maybe we'll get into that. But it was also one of those things where it was like, do I want, because my plan was to have 5 figures in this Secret Gear first sort of series. And it was are they all going to be the same? Or are they all going to be different? And this was sort of the decision point for that. Did I want to do box, blister card, clamshell, baggy, whatever?
Yeah.
Or are they just all going to be
brown
exactly
paper bags?
Yes. my dream of
Your dream.
just a brown paper bag with my name on it.
That's right. Just Hasbro hands it to you.
That's
like
it.
a
Yep,
lunch,
there you
like
go.
with a little
Thank you.
note inside.
Yeah,
Says,
yeah.
have a good day at school, Dan.
Yeah,
With a little
yeah.
Good luck
XO.
on your math quiz.
That's
Yeah,
right.
on the spectrum of what was it, plastic free packaging and whatever.
Yeah.
I was like all the way on the other end of the extreme of I don't even want packaging. It's just like
Can you just mail me the figure?
yeah, exactly. You take one of those like shrink wrapper things and just put
Yeah.
like a stamp on it and send it to me. That would be great.
Maybe for a convention exclusive, you could have like little blister, like short run blister packs.
No, I should do them in brown paper bags.
That's
Brown paper bags.
brilliant.
There you go.
As people
All right.
buy them, write their name on it.
Tell you what,
That's so good.
there you go. That's perfect. And,
That's
but you do have to write them a note. It could be something generic, like have a good day at school, sweetie, or something like that. Have Kate do it.
Yeah.
I have
Make
good
good
handwriting. I could do
Make
it.
good decisions. Yeah.
Make good
Yeah.
choices. Make good choices.
Yeah. So that's how it appeared on the label itself. We decided just to stick with the same look and feel from the first figure. And I think it came out pretty cool. I think it looks pretty good
Yeah, looks good.
overall.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
This is fulfilling. So this again, 50 of these fit on a table on my table at the office. You can see all these as you fold these boxes down, all the little tabs fall out of them because there's like this, joint right here, like tab and slot, and then the little piece cuts out. And so the whole rug was just covered with those things.
My cat would go crazy on those.
Yeah. And then this is a raw shot in the box of all the figures.
Are you allowed to show us these raw shots? I mean,
just neat, and I appreciate everybody that has supported both of these figures, and I want to be able to share this kind of stuff with people so you can see all this. One of the cool things about Kickstarter campaigns that go well is being able to be a part of that experience, when you get to see all the production shots and how things are made and see inevitably every Kickstarter campaign will show those shots when they go visit the factories in China, where it's the like plastic bins or the tables that just have all the heads, and then here's all the leg, here's all the gun, here's all the whatever. And I find that stuff really, really neat. So this is my little version of that, I guess. And then, yeah, that's all 50. Obviously we cleared out the entire run. So this, I did this 3 times because there was I think 130 in the first run of figures. So we, like I said, we will be restocking those. So stay tuned to our social medias and stuff for news on that as it comes. And then I just wanted to talk real quick. I wanted to share these pictures. I really, really, really am super proud of these figures. I'm so happy we've been able to get them done. And I have really appreciated everybody posting pictures on social media.
Wow.
And
I
tagging.
didn't see
is
that
that a
one.
Dork
That was
Lair
awesome.
picture?
Yes, this is Dork Lair. Yep.
Yeah, he's got that style, you know.
Well, it's good. He takes good pictures. Yeah.
Oh, I love his pictures always.
Yeah. And the power of having like a decent backdrop, and he's got his like he explained what it was on one of his shows. I don't even remember what it was, but it's not even something like really complicated. He found like a bin or a piece of floor mat or something that just had a cool like X kind of grid or whatever on it, threw it in the background, and then now that's like the signature of his
That's
photos,
his signature look. Yeah.
That's how you know them. And so I dug this shot. This one was great. Now the rest of them, I don't know all of the names of the people who took them. I was just sort of really quick before we started tonight grabbing pictures off of
It's a very good
Instagram.
practice to just take pictures off the internet without crediting.
It's fine. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. If you're in chat and this is your photo, let me know. This one, we got all the pieces, all the boxes. You can see a bunch of other indie figures in the background there. We got Darkhawk with which one is yours, Josh? This one here?
Sword. That's a good sword.
Nice. Is this one or this one? Is Josh Brown's there? Yes, it's a very cool sword. We've got this one. This is so we had some Toy Pizza mix and match action going here with swapped out for a yellow crotch. And,
I like it. I like
yellow piece of pizzas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It goes with his eyes. He's got the yellow eyes in there.
For sure.
So that's looking good. And then this was from Derek from Spiro Toys. was at the show, and me, Pixel Dan, and I'm not sure whose name this is at the bottom, all autographed this, and he picked up some merch, including both the SGO1 and SGO2. This how does using the name Darkhawk doesn't marvel on that name? Now, technically,
There's a whole thing about
Okay.
you can go watch our video, 4 minutes or less, on Marvel Legends Darkhawk, where I explain the whole story. But real quick, I created my Darkhawk before Marvel created their Darkhawk, so this is technically the Darkhawk. 2 words: dark space hawk. If they want to come talk about it, they know where to find me. We'll just leave it at that. So
bring it on, Hasbro.
That's right, Marvel.
I mean, they literally
Marvel.
do know where to find you. So
They
it's
know
no
where to
big
find
deal.
Yeah,
They got bigger
Disney's
problems
ever
than me.
said- yeah,
Yeah, they got bigger problems than me right now.
yeah.
I'm not gonna back down. So
Ooh, that was like noiry.
yeah, it was
I
very
did like that
moody.
one.
Very
Yeah.
moody. Yeah. And I do have a whole story for Darkhawk, who he is, where he came from, where he's going, all of this stuff. And I do hope to get that out at some point in some format, whether it's a full comic or just I don't know, text paragraphs somewhere describing it. I don't know, but I would like to get that out there. How can you get a Darkhawk? Currently, you can't unless you were going to buy it from somebody who already bought one. We're currently out of stock on the first run. We will be doing a second run later in the year. We'll get to that shortly here. This is a couple of different Toy Pizza figures. I don't know the specific versions. These might even be customs. I don't know for sure. I will say this though. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say I like that little like life preserver vest thing.
See this belt buckle here?
Oh, that little skull.
Yeah, I wanted to get those on Darkhawk instead of the piece of pizza. He has the piece of pizza belt buckle here.
Pizza.
But again, it was a cost thing, and I just didn't want to spend the money to get the.
So they charge extra for crotch pizza.
They
charge extra. No, they charge extra for skulls. For crotch
everything
skulls.
has
Yeah,
a cost.
Yeah.
Everything has a cost associated. Oh, look at this! I didn't even notice that. SGO1 is standing right in front of him.
Oh, look at that.
You can see his his legally distinct Power Glove right in front of it. Jay Reichert asks, "What if Mr. and Mrs. Hasbro to show up with a bag of money, like literally a bag with a $sign on it? Then who owns Dark Space Hawk? Does the bag have my name on it? Because then that's definitely my money."
Is it a brown paper bag?
It's a brown paper sack. Hey, if they want to buy a thing that they already own from me, I'm game all day long. I'll still keep using it too. I'm no dummy.
Oh, I like. What is that? I like that.
I don't know the character's name. Maybe
Okay.
maybe we've got some Glyos people in chat that could identify it. Real quick, let's get a plug in for this. I'm just going to mention this at the end of the show, but Sergeant Red's here in chat. Next week, a week from tomorrow, so that is
Put your calendar.
Sunday the 14th of July. Myself and Pixel Dan will be at Sergeant Red's Toys and Collectibles in it's in Michigan. Is it Utica?
I feel like you have to say it like Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sergeant Red's Toys and Collectibles.
Does it work?
Like that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It is Utica. Here I have the picture here.
Is
Whoops.
it Utica in like New York?
I think there's 2 Uticas.
Oh,
There's
man,
2
Uticas. That's too
Uticas.
many Uticas.
2 Utes.
You.
Anybody seen that movie?
Mhm.
Here we go. So next week, the best Dan Toy Spectacular in Utica, Michigan, will be there from, this says 12 to 3. Who knows? Maybe we'll be there earlier. Maybe we'll be there later, but we'll definitely be there between those hours. So definitely, if you're in the area, come check it out. Come say hi. I've never been to the shop. I have seen their YouTube channel, so I have seen the shop itself, and then I follow them on Instagram and social media, and they post video and pictures and stuff from the store all the time. It looks like a really awesome shop in a really cool little town. So Utica is at a small town. I don't even know. I'm being like
Man,
dismissive.
with a name like that.
Yeah. All day long. There we go. So definitely come check that out. Come hang out with us, buy some toys, chat, all that stuff. Need a jingle? You've come to the wrong place.
No, I do jingles.
Yeah, you just
That's
did
what I
the
do.
Sgt. Pepper's.
Yeah, we'll talk about treading a fine line
I
on
was just gonna say,
copyright.
I'm sure there's
I can make it legally distinct.
legally distinct.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
need
a
to-
starting point.
Yeah, you need the Vanilla Ice approach to.
Oh, yeah,
copyright
we'll just have
infringement.
an
You need to
extra-
change
yeah.
one note.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah,
That's right. 2 square miles is Utica. When are you coming?
I'm
to
so
Trooper
jealous
Con
that I'm not
weekend?
going to get to see that rug in person. Like,
Yeah, we had talked about getting you out there, but it's not going to work this time, unfortunately. Okay, where was I? Here we were doing. We're going to start off on shows. We're getting into that. So thank you to everybody who's bought a figure. Thank you to everybody who has posted pictures of those figures on social media. Please tag me in them. Tag me in your reviews. I want to see it all. I love it. It's so weird being on this side of that. You know, like I can't take any kinds of credit or criticism for the sculpts and those kinds of decisions and whatever. I just looked at catalogs and was like, give me these pieces. But the color choices, those were all mine, and it's just neat to see. As far as Terrificon is concerned, I have been there as an attendee. I've not been there as a guest. I don't even know, has that happened yet this year? I'm assuming not.
it's like it's the third weekend in August, I believe. We will be driving back from Buffalo that.
Okay. Yeah. I got a family trip that's going on that week. All right,
Classic
let's get
Buffalo.
into.
I think that's the one, or that might be ZoloCon. One of the two is happening that weekend.
ZoloCon's usually in February.
There's 2.
Oh, they do 2? They do twice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why we keep her around. She knows these things.
Yeah. I hope she knows some stuff about the pictures I'm about to share, because I'm usually too busy talking to people and I forget pretty much everybody's names and why a picture was taken and all that stuff.
Well, I can tell you right now, this one's pretty intense.
Yeah. All right. Let's just mic out. So, how's it going, Kate?
Going good.
I'm not going to be at ZoloCon, unfortunately. I'm hoping to catch it in the February one next year.
Yeah, we've got that.
I unfortunately have an obligation this year, if that's when it is.
But that building that he does it in looks so.
It looks
freaking
so
cool.
So cool.
Oh my
So
gosh!
Cool. Yeah,
like it's like a centrifuge, right? It's like
it's literally a centrifuge. Yeah,
it looks like the neatest. Yeah.
I was at Legion's Con last year, actually, and I plan on being there this year. Just not like as a guest or anything. You're
just there.
You're just there.
You're
Yeah, I was just trying to get the exclusives. I was just trying to leverage whatever popularity I have to like get in ahead of the line to get. You're missing out on fudge. What?
The feud. I think that he's saying that
says fudge.
It says fudge, and you can never miss out on fudge.
There you go. Feud, not just fudge. Fuge. Is that how?
Oh no, they're
Huge.
done. This is the last year he's doing that.
Oh no!
I don't think that'll work. I don't think that we'll be able to get there. I think that we're.
Maybe it'll be
I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna relook at that schedule, see if we can make that work.
All right. So this is Toy Pizza Expo. This is the first time that Toy Pizza Expo was done like this, with this sort of expanded awareness of not trying to be like a traditional sort of convention. It's about artists and toy makers and just small business and other kinds of stuff. Also, it's outside. How many shows do you go to that are outside? This one was
that one. Yeah.
This is me. You can see me in the middle here. This is me standing at our table.
The back of Dan. That's something you guys don't see very
often.
You
never see that.
You never see that. The backside of Dan.
That's right. This is the inside of the tent. Just a good. It was a good vibe, and I think first and foremost, that's what Jesse was going for when he was planning all this, was just a good vibe with a bunch of people hanging out and appreciating the sort of smaller run, small craft sort of maker community. And then also you had people like me there that were like, here's a bunch of my old stuff that I want to get rid of. So you had, you know, the ability to just buy, you know, like this is the table right next to us. You can see there's some.
Is that Star Wars on VHS a little bit over to your right? Yes, it is.
Indeed, it is.
It
You get the silver or the gold box, which I think was
silver's widescreen. Silver's
right,
widescreen
right,
and gold
yeah.
is full screen.
Full screen.
And
Yeah.
if you purposely bought full screen,
I had both because I bought full screen for myself, but my mom had bought me full. I bought widescreen for myself. My mom had bought me full screen. That's what it was.
I remember the first time I figured out the difference. I bought I special ordered Monty Python and the Holy Grail on VHS, and it bugged me that the sides of the title are cut off because it's full screen. So I special ordered the letterbox version from Suncoast. It was like the first thing I ever bought from Suncoast.
You know how it was. Like before you knew, you'd watch TV and the movie would be on. If it was in letterbox format, you'd say, get those black bands off the TV. They're blocking my view. Not realizing that was what it actually looked like.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a cool, chill show with lots of you know, it wasn't all Glyos. There's lots of other figures. In fact, Plunderlings right here. Plunderlings was there. Their stuff. You got role-playing game stuff and framed original art, which I got a piece of over here. Yeah. Just a lot of nice people hanging out, having a good day. There was
hot. It looks like it was hot.
It was pretty hot. Yeah. Well, you're looking at this guy's face going,
geez, it's hot. you can just tell how hot it is by looking at
it. Was real bad. And like, if we go back to where my booth was here. So this blue tent on the outside here, that's my tent. I brought that tent from home.
I was gonna say, did someone bring you a tent just to cover you from the backside?
But look, if you look at me, I'm standing between two tents and I'm still bathed in sunlight.
Well, there was just enough of there was like a 3-inch gap between the edge of the white tent and
you could just pull your table back like 6 inches.
Or push it forward. Either one way or the other. But no. And I was like, I have sunscreen. You should probably put this on the back of your neck. No. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I was like, I'm sure the sun is going to move in like 5 minutes.
I'm sure that the tent is covered, all of the things that are important.
That specific, you would have needed to bring in an astrophysicist to plot the sun's path to be able to properly place me where I'm standing.
So if Neil deGrasse Tyson were there and told you,
would have been like, looks good to me. He's going to bake all day. Yeah. But it was a good time, and I didn't get sunburned. So
well, and the funny part too about that tent is we weren't going to set it up, but the people that were set up next to us, they were like, "Oh, you have a tent? We should definitely set that up." So like it became like our community tent. Like it was like it was good. It was a little.
Did you charge admission for the tent?
It was nice to have.
All right. Just saying.
Free.
They had food snacks. There was a mochi. Was that one of the ones? And then there was like cupcakes and stuff. You could play some cornhole. And I think there was a card slicers tournament going on.
Yes, there absolutely was a card slicers tournament. And in fact, the little artist that's at our next table, I think she came in second.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, no, that was like an all-day tournament. She was doing really well. Yeah, very good time. Kate, you took that picture. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Did we get the dog's name?
Oh shoot, I do. Yes, of course I got the dog's name. Now I don't remember. Darn. So this dog was he was like 8 months old and he was the nicest boy. He just wanted to hang out with all of the people. This was not a particularly flattering shot of him, but
I think it's a perfectly accurate and probably very representative shot of him.
Yeah, no, he was definitely like interested in what everyone was doing.
Yeah, having a good time.
Boy. Yeah.
There's me. That's front view. That's at our table here. I had all my we had our Ninja Turtle sheets out for our tablecloths.
Yeah.
prints and pins and t-shirts and SGO1. So this was the premiere. This was the first time that Darkhawk was available. We had just like
They didn't even get a box.
Well, they didn't get a box or a sticker or anything
Yeah.
because I didn't have anything yet. And actually somebody had requested a box and I sent them an empty box just because they wanted to have a box to go with the figure. So it was pretty cool to be able to pick those up and then immediately put them out for sale for people. This shirt, you can still, I have some of these shirts still in stock at our shop, secretgalaxy.shop at our Shopify store. I don't have all the sizes in stock right now. I did, however, just place a reorder on Friday, so we will be getting sizes back in, including 3X, which we haven't carried before.
I almost wore that shirt today.
Oh, I see. I wore this one because and this is good. The mic, it's like perfectly it blocks.
Yeah, it's a good. It's right in the way. Yeah.
We're also going to be carrying these shirts. So this is just the goddamn. This is just the logo on the front, on the left side of the chest here. And I'm hoping I haven't got confirmation yet, but I'm hoping we're going to be able to do a run of black shirts like these and a run of navy blue shirts with the logo on them. So those will be coming soon.
It looks so nice on navy blue.
I like it on navy blue.
Yeah, I think it'll look really, really good.
Nice. I threw on my Is It Canon shirt in the latest Magic Spoon spot that we shot.
I noticed that.
Did you notice that I intentionally first I put on pajama pants? So that was shot at the office. That's like the office upstairs from our basement office. That's like the kitchen that everybody in the building can use. And I threw on the pajama pants that we have at the office as part of our costume gallery. And I put on the Is It Canon shirt, and I intentionally like mussed up my hair to make it look like I had just woken up.
Yeah.
And then the way I framed it, my forehead is like top of frame. You can't see it.
So you can't see your hair. Yeah.
Good job, Dan.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I've never once looked at what pants you were wearing.
Mm-hmm. You can see here I'm wearing shorts though.
It's true.
This is twice now. You've thought about my pants.
That's 2 times in my entire life.
I love that the vintage sheets are just like standard presentation for booths at toy shows and stuff. All right, we're gonna have to start banning people for all these canon jokes.
You invented.
I was just gonna say. I feel like
your fault.
They get extra points for the canon joke.
It's true. It's true. There should be a little thing I can plus on their names, on people's names.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Kate, you took this picture.
I did, yeah. So I have to remember to send them ties. So like these were just the neatest fun things. Like the vibe of this show is really cool, and I know you already said this, but it's just like nerd makers, right? It's like people who
outside the box.
I didn't even notice the ties. I went straight for the dinosaur with a tank head.
Okay, the dinosaurs with the tank heads are crazy cool. There's like a bunch of different colors. Is
that Sofubi?
They're not.
Well, that one is, yes. That one is definitely a Sofubi style thing. But most of what he was selling, and I feel really bad because one of these broke already. Part of what they were selling, I'm not sure if I have a picture of this, are these little resin tank head dino guys.
Yeah, look at that.
So this is the like double turret version, and then this one had a single turret, but unfortunately the front turret busted off. No. I think I could fix it. I'm pretty sure I can just glue it back on. Totes. But these guys, so that was part of my Toy Pizza Expo haul. And then they had these different ties. So they're all just like regular ties, but then they have the different designs.
Screen printed the designs on them. And I just thought they were so cool. And I have a giant box of really great vintage ties around here that I told them I was gonna send them. So
they just take vintage ties and screen print on them.
Well, so it was
They smart.
Yeah. And they were kind of like, they don't have to necessarily be vintage ties. They were just like, if I like the style, I get it, and then I figure out which what I should print on it. I was like, that's really fun, really fun.
I didn't really look at their. You need a "My Baby Does Good Sculptures" sticker.
I like the little Huffer rollout. I would 100% have bought that.
Oh yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Regular size Rudy. It's a weird ska.
So yeah, just lots of fun. Whoops. Crafts folks, artists, makers, whatever word you want to use to describe you know, the kinds of things. Oh, and then also a chicken egg machine here, a lucky egg machine. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Here you go.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment on that. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
The 2-screen experience.
That's too much Mike Case, honestly. And I'm me, and I still couldn't handle that. Libra Tiger Pictures. I feel like we could always have a special shout out for Kate.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Kate, what's a lucky egg machine?
The lucky egg machine? It's like, so it's got like a chicken in the inside, and you put your quarter in it, and the chicken goes round and round, and it like clucks, and then it drops one of the lucky eggs. It's like a gachapon machine, right? But
yeah,
just like,
and these used to be pretty common.
Yeah.
At like department stores, Kmart and Zayres and those kinds of places. You can see down here, it's got the, you know, the sort of listing of what prizes you could get. There's like little plastic ninjas, a little SpongeBob guy. I can't tell what's up here, but yeah, just little. It's a 25-cent machine. It's a little change, 10-cent machine, whatever. This one, I'm guessing, I don't remember exactly, but it probably does make clucking noises as the chicken rotates.
Yep. Yeah, and so there's Caldors. Yes, Caldor. Yeah, so but that's the whole thing, and it's just like a little surprise. You don't know what's going to be in there.
Yeah, I'm in my loot box.
And then the other thing that's neat about the show, I'm sorry, Dan, I don't mean to.
No, go ahead. The
other thing that's neat about this show is it's grown a lot. Like, I think this is maybe year 5 or 6, and one year was virtual only, but it started out in this or at least the first year we were there, it was in this really cool old sort of church rectory room that was tiny, and now it's really grown to be this really kind of
it's gotten bigger and better every year.
Yeah,
but it hasn't lost its intimacy.
Right. No, absolutely. And we've got a couple of friends that come all the way up from North Carolina and set up at the show, and it's really neat to see those folks every year. So that's really cool. And then can I just say one more thing?
Yes, please.
So and then like I got to fangirl, even like I got to meet a special celebrity, and I was excited about that.
There he is.
There he is. So that was really
super
exciting.
fun. Got a set of 4 little slime monsters that are just adorable. Oh, and my SGO too. Are you talking about these little slime monsters? I'll get those in a second. Well, I'll show you in a second here. We'll get to the photo. On screen here we have these are Sonic Atomics. And I had told, I don't know if I told Jesse or if I had told other people that, or maybe I had mentioned it here on the last live stream. Part of the origin of Darkhawk as a concept, and I've mentioned this, it was that the character came to me in a dream. And in the dream, the arrow design that's on his chest was emblazoned on an electric guitar. And crazily enough, there's somebody at this show who makes little Glyos compatible electric guitars.
Amazing.
So that you can, they have like a little clip around them.
We got some mask figures there. There's a Dino Rider bad guy.
And so they come in an actual old cassette.
Amazing.
That's
just
cool.
Best packaging.
Packaging
like,
is
so
fantastic.
Good.
Slide that out. And then in the dream, and I may have to paint it on here. In the dream, it was, you know, one of these Flying V guitars, similar to this. Let me embiggen myself here. Similar to this, but it had that the arrow shape painted on it. So I'm gonna have to do some work. But the whole thing with this is that all of these parts that are attached on here can be removed, so you can customize the shape of this guitar.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
However you want to. And like I said, there's a clip that comes in here so that you can you put the clip on the back here, position it correctly, and then you can take your figure, have him put his sword down. And now he can be playing the. Oh, he's good. This figure has a very narrow waist. But now he can be playing the guitar. Because they don't have great hands for holding electric guitars and stuff. In fact, this figure mold, his left hand is a fist, so he's not holding anything. But that was really cool, and that's kind of stuff you find in the show. And also, you can see in the picture here, there's like pedals. You've got little pedals for the various gear, and there's actually, so you've got the other style of electric guitar here with the, I don't know what it's called. Sonic Atomics is what it says on here. I don't know if there's another brand name. And I don't know if they actually have a shop online or anything. You might only be able to buy the stuff in person. I'm not sure. But there's also, you've got this guy here with the keytar sort of thing going on.
And a tank head.
Yeah, and a tank head guy. That's I think that's all Toy Pizza stuff there. Yes. I don't know if everything they do is pizza themed. He's Jesse's got a very, very deep mythology. Oh, here's a whole layout of all the different colors and styles and stuff. Yeah, Sonic Atomics. That's all that's listed here. Sonic Atomics.
Zonix.tech looks like you can buy them online, and t-shirts.
Nice.
Oh, they're all sold out. So just,
well,
you
just
could.
kidding. In theory, if you wanted to buy a t-shirt, you can. But there is an online store.
That's how this stuff goes, right? Low run. There's no corporate money behind any of this. I think this was Jesse's booth. Yeah, this is the Knights of the Slice booth. All the cool stuff he was selling. Oh, these are the guys. Ooze Clops.
Ooze Clops.
Ooze Clops were pretty cool. You've got these bigger ones here, which were probably, maybe 3-4 inches wide, 3-4 inches tall, somewhere around there. And the whole idea was that you could use it as like a creature, a sort of generic, like, Dungeons and Dragons style, like ooze monster, gelatinous cube type of thing. But also it's got holes in it, like right here where you can see right here, this hole on the side. There's a couple of holes around the thing, and the idea is that you can use it as accessory storage. So you could stick your various swords and spears and stuff in there, and then it looks like you stabbed the guy, you stabbed the monster thing. And so I did
so many Mythic Legions like
exactly, yeah,
in there.
Yeah, no, it would be perfect for that. And then he was also selling little guys. So I have this.
They're cute.
This little one. Yeah, they're adorable. I got that one and this one. So these two little, they'll hang out, like you just said, they'll hang out on my Mythic Legions shelf, hang out in that fantasy environment there. Hello, Carolina Cool Cat. Excuse me, Cool Cat Toy Company. It used to be Carolina Cool Cats. That's how you know I'm old school.
Showing your age there.
It's showing my fandom, showing I was there from the beginning.
Yeah, that was 100%.
That was Hondo. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Grant was at this show. He's probably in some of these pictures actually. This is Bogland Creations. I did grab one of these as well.
Next time on Fabric Fighter Z.
This is the Sprydar Technician.
Fighter Z.
What?
I mean, it's every time someone spells something with a Z, it's all I see. Fabric Fighter Z.
Yeah,
this is like a little
cute. I like it.
Little plush guy.
Reminds me of like those wrestle pillows from the 80s.
Yes, but smaller.
Yeah. I'll definitely win this time.
And this one's an exclusive because it actually has the a little toy pizza logo on the belt buckle.
Fun.
So it was only available at the show. But a lot of the stuff that Boggling Creations was doing here is just really, really fun, fantastic stuff. This is, I don't know if you can see it up here. This is a bat, like kind of almost like a bat puppet that was being done in like rat bat colors. This whale has like posable arms. This bug guy up here has like, posable head. Just all kinds of fun things. Some literature to go with it. And then
what's that chicken? The chicken figure?
This over here, this is
That right
Animus. This is the little mini comic for these figures over here.
I like it.
Man, I know. I don't think Hasbro realizes how deep Battle Beasts cut into everyone's brains.
Everyone's brains. Yeah. They're sitting on a gold mine. They're not doing anything with it.
You gotta believe Takara's like holding it up somehow, or I don't know. Who knows? But everybody wants the Battle Beasts. Everybody wants them back. There's so many companies now that are like just doing their own. I mean, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom is basically just really nice Battle Beasts.
Yeah, yeah.
Or even Mythic Legions, Animal Guys. Like everybody's just doing their own version of it at this point. This is just some of the stuff that was on my table that I was getting rid of here. Look at this. You could have had a Mezco 112 Keaton Batman, previously owned by me and previously owned by D Amazing.
I was going to say it's also D Amazing. That's right. Has anyone bought that yet?
No, I still have it. I got it from D Amazing at PowerCon last year, and it was cool. I took the pictures I wanted to take with it. I just wanted to feel that weird body. I got some good audio cuts that I'm going to get out of this show. I'm gonna put a new intro together next week.
I just wanted to feel that weird body.
Exactly.
Was it like squishy? It's like squishy, right?
Yeah, it's like a steel skeleton, and then there's just this weird kind of foamy, kind of whatever body, latexy kind of body built around it. Seamless,
like the hyper real Star Wars figure.
Yeah, and it just feels so weird because the steel skeleton is so tight and so hard to move. That you're like pressing into the soft parts of the body, and you feel like it's all gonna rip and break and tear. And I'm just like, okay, I need to sell this before something happens to it. It's probably fine. Lots of people have it, lots of people love it. It's the kind of thing like Masterpiece Transformers where I'm like, I'm too old. I'm too old to give this much time to posing a figure and like carefully putting it back in the box and worrying about, is it going to deteriorate or anything. Like, I just need a figure for dummies, something that is going to be like easy and low maintenance.
Well, I also remember that figure was on pre-order for like a year and a half or something like that, like 2 years.
Oh yeah, no, it set the record. I think I think it was longer than that. It was a really, really long time, and there was.
Well, I think it was as long as the movie got delayed because I think they were saving it for the movie launch.
Yeah, look, there's a Mafex Bale Batman I had for sale here. All this and more could have been yours.
Gandalf, is it a Toy Biz Gandalf?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the like 12-inch one. They got this weird looking X-Men case,
carrying case, nice
Cyclops outfit that does not exist.
It doesn't.
What is that?
He's half Jim Lee, half X Factor, or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. He just his yellow mono suspender, his size suspender was in the wash.
It looks like AI made that.
Yeah. Just didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Which Cyclops? All of them? Okay. Anyway, that was that. And there's another shot of the table. And then this is me with is Yokai Customs here tonight? He's here sometimes. He delivered. You can see me. I'm holding it like a baby.
You were like
Brandy
right there.
Yeah, it was like, this is magic in my hands right now.
I was so happy to have this thing. Like nothing to do with Toy Pizza Expo except that he was going to be at the show and I was going to be at the show. And he was like, oh, hey, maybe I can deliver. Because he'd been working on this custom for me. It's a custom Tyrant from the very first Resident Evil game back in 95 or 6 or whatever it was. And I was it's made from a Marvel Legends movie Venom figure and then like a 3D printed kit for the head and guts and arm and stuff. And so he delivered it to me and I was just like, I'm like holding it like it's made out of hollow glass. Like, and he's like, you can move it, like it's totally fine, So yeah, this is the actual figure itself. Just so cool. So happy with the way it came out.
Crazy that it was once a Venom figure.
Yeah, no, it worked perfectly. And he did so much work on this thing. Like he did the thing where you take it apart, you fully disassemble the figure, you sand down all the joints and stuff so that when you paint it, there's no paint rub. Jay Reichert, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. We'll you can catch the rest on the replay.
Have a good night.
Yeah, just super happy with this thing. It scales great. Very happy with it. So yeah, that was Toy Pizza Expo. I did get some other stuff. I will show you this. I feel bad that I haven't opened it yet, but I want to make sure that I take proper pictures of it and stuff. This is from Grant from Cool Cat Toy Company. I got one of his what are we calling these? This is the limited edition Bushikoi. It's sort of like, it's kind of a koi fish from the waist down and then like a samurai from the waist up. I don't know if you can see.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and he's got like his crest on his helmet there is like a crab.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's one of those things you never knew you wanted to exist until you see it, and you're like, why hasn't this existed before?
Yeah, and he's also got regular old samurai legs.
He's got legs. That's
but
so
like, look at this packaging though. I'm like, like it, Grant, you made it so I can't open it.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
It'll lose its value as soon as you do.
Yeah. So it's like I can either tear the tab off the bottom and use the zip here, or I got to undo the staples. Oh, I can probably get these staples.
Pull the staples out.
Yeah, you probably get those staples out. But very cool piece. And we've got this was a piece of original art that we got. Kate, do you remember her name?
Olivia.
That's right.
Is that the one that won the tournament?
Yes, she came in second, and I think we've actually got maybe 2 or 3 years worth of art from her. She's a businesswoman.
Yes, we are patrons of her arts.
We are patrons of her arts.
Because when you said girl, for some reason I imagined she was like a 10-year-old girl doing.
I think she's 7.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right.
Yeah. No, we're getting in on the ground level here.
Yeah.
All right.
The career takes off.
Apparently, you can open up that merman or the koi figure from the bottom.
This is Lunar Fist Hero Battlehawk by Saint Sin. If you follow him on Instagram, he knew I was a big Super Sentai guy, Tokusatsu guy, so he put this figure together for me and gave me that at Toy Pizza Expo. Very cool piece. Another Toy Pizza figure, Glyos. So all these parts obviously interchangeable with any other Glyos figure. And then the only other two things I really wanted to make sure I showed off here is David White, Mechazone. Oh, cool. Was there, and he was he still had a lot of copies of this book. He was just trying to move them out. So it's just a hardcover book with a bunch of his robot and mech designs and stuff in them. And it was basically like if you bought anything from his table, like a keychain, a sticker, whatever, you got a free copy of his book. And that's not because nobody wanted it. It was just because whenever this book came out, there was an issue with the distributor and whatever. And so he just ended up sitting on a bunch of copies of it. And then this is... I got 2 books. 2 books at a toy show. This is Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland, Total Carnage Edition. This is the guide, the rule book for a role-playing game, D&D or anything like that. But it's all digging deep into that like Shadowrun, 80s not steampunk, just like punk rock kind of, anything you can think of that's like super 80s, skateboarding, all that
trash
stuff
in there,
like urban fantasy type stuff.
Yeah, it's just all that cool stuff from the 80s, all incorporated into one big book to be able to play as a role-playing game. So that's pretty cool. This was actually given to me at the show, but I definitely want to find a way, if we can, to actually like play it at some point.
Start up our D&D campaign again.
No, I want to.
We had one solid session.
Well, I need to
It
just
was
get over
so
the fact
fun.
that I need to get over the fact that there's just not going to be like a map or anything.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to play,
Yeah.
you know. And people still dig that, and we'll still have fun, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, woof.
I got to ride Game Dave, and that's all I care about, honestly.
All right, there's your clip for the next
All right.
next opening. Thank you, making my job easy. Get that timestamp there, 1:10:40. All right.
One living sound clip is all I am.
Yes, thank you to everybody who was able to buy a pin for me at Joe Fest. We could raise some money for the Robin's Nest. What is it? Charity. Wasn't sure what to call it. Advocacy Center. That's what it is. Community Advocacy Center, CAC. That on behalf of Joel Carroll, we had raised the money. I reached out to a friend of the family who reached out to the family and clarified that that's what they wanted that money to go to. So I reached out to Robin's Nest, sent them the donation, and they sent back a thank you card. And I just want to make sure that everybody knew that I did follow through with that, and all the money went to.
He's just not pocketing money.
Yeah, all the money went to exactly what we said it was going to go to, and then also that they were also part of that thank you and the recognition of that donation, and that it was a very cool thing. Thank you.
No, it's kind of a bummer.
Well, it's the best thing we could do from a situation that was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
But so that was Toy Pizza Expo. A few weeks later, I was at Joe Fest, and we'll run through some of these photos real quick here. This is my view from my hotel room, which is the other hotel. And the roof of the building. I think this is the convention center, technically. Yeah. I think this is technically the convention center outside. But that's downtown Augusta, Georgia. You ever been to Georgia, Mike?
I've been to Georgia. I don't think I've ever been to Augusta.
It never occurred to me until I was in the airport that Augusta is where the golf thing is.
Yeah.
Augusta National.
Because that's in the name.
Yeah, the whole airport was all golf themed and it had like a Jack Nicklaus statue and stuff. So, okay, that was the hotel here. So it was a 3-day show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I flew in Friday at like 1 or 2. The show had a 2-hour sort of like preview night kind of thing I think it was from 5 to 7. And unfortunately, the way it was set up, I think, it's not that they overbooked, but they definitely wanted to take advantage of some of the space that was outside the actual convention room proper. So me and Pixel Dan and a couple other vendors and stuff were actually set up on the outside of the convention floor. So as you were coming in, you'd get in line and you'd have to pass us on the way in, and then you'd pass us on the way out. But we weren't actually in the convention room, sort of part of all that activity and whatever, which was kind of a little bit disappointing. But
it's kind of weird. Just like, hey, we have these big names and we got them outside.
Yeah, I mean, you could still, like I said, you had to pass on the way in, pass on the way out. And I will say this for the different setup here of having us out there. My voice was not nearly as strained at the end of the show as it usually is, because if you're out on the floor, it's so much noisier.
Sure.
And you don't realize at the end of the day that you've been like shouting all day at people that are, 2 feet from your face, and you have to shout so you can hear them. And I end up really exhausted because you're straining to focus on trying to lip read because the other person isn't always shouting back to you. And so you can barely hear what people are saying. And it tends to be a very physically taxing day. So in that respect, I was very happy to be outside. It just sucked because, for instance, Seth Green was at the show And Seth Green went into the floor and made the whole run. And I'm watching my feed on Instagram, and every single vendor that was there, here's me with Seth Green. Here's me with Seth Green. Here's me with Seth Green. And like, I was the only person who didn't get to meet Seth Green.
Oh, did he have his own entrance? He didn't pass you by. He didn't.
No.
Go,
So
are you the Dan Larson?
He came in the other way.
So he had his own special Seth Green entrance.
I saw him. I was like, oh, there he is. He's walking out the other door. Yeah. And like, so Pixel Dan and I were both out front, and he didn't get to meet him there either, because obviously we're both next to each other. Right. But then he ended up being on the same flight out of Augusta with them, John Harvatine and Seth Green, who are Stupid Buddy Studios. They were there together. So I'm like, I'm texting Dan. I'm like, boy, that's Seth Green. What a jerk. We didn't get to meet him. And then like a little while later, he texts a picture and he's like, hey, look at me. It's me with Seth Green.
It's me and Seth Green.
What the hell?
Now it's just you. It's just you now.
Yeah. Hey, whatever.
It's okay. I didn't meet him either, if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah. So anyway, Friday night, before the show started, I ran in to just run the floor really quick and see what I could see. And so this is Matthew LeCroy of Strike Force Alpha. Strike Force Alpha. These figures. This was a Kickstarter a couple years ago. They're an O-ring style of action figure that has, we were just talking about Glyos. These are also modular parts, so you can swap out like forearms for different hand positions. They have like fists, holding, karate chopping, different mods. There's like cybernetic parts, zombie parts, or if you just want to make, your own custom figure, just swap heads, swap necks, swap whatever. It's a pretty modular line of action figures. And so Matthew was there because he was making the figures for the Stupid Buddy Studios next project. He's been doing all the custom O-ring action figures for them, including figures of Seth Green and John Harvatine. And if you've seen any of the recent Axel Foley Beverly Hills Cop commercials with the toys with Shaquille O'Neal, all of the figures in that commercial are by Matthew LeCroy.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. In fact, you can see right here. There it is. There's Axel Foley right there.
That is Axel Foley.
So it's so this was the diorama he had on his table. I have several. These are some of his customs here. You can see his John Rambo figure that he's made.
The burlap sack looks good.
Yeah, I've got several of his customs. I've got a custom Rocky. I've got Jason. I've got I've got a custom Warduke up here over there somewhere. Custom all kinds of stuff. He does really, really fantastic work. I have his I Was Once a Man Cobra Commander. I have one of those. I have Schwarzenegger from Commando. Anyway, these are some of, so like this figure is from Strike Force Alpha. This guy, all four of these arms are interchangeable. You can pop those off, pop the legs off, pop the head off. This is another one of his guys from Strike Force Alpha. So lots of cool stuff there. Definitely check out. This was his show exclusive here. It was this I just forgot the name of it. Manta Ray. Was it the Manta Ray from G.I. Joe? Yeah, but it's an undercover Chuckles. So you can see him there.
So you can totally see Chuckles on the
yeah.
So
that's that. This is just me like running the show floor as fast as I can to get back out because I still hadn't set up my table. This is a guy raised the flag where the top of the deck here obviously is just a standard USS flag. It's everything below that where you have all these different shelves to dress out the ship, all the doors and you've got the racks here. You've got tables and chairs. Look at this. There's a little coffee pot in there.
It's crazy that, it's been 40 plus years and we still don't have any coffee machines for our G.I. Joes.
You just get an ice machine. It's old galley, all this stuff. It's really cool. There was a time where I would have wanted something like this, but that time is not right now anymore. I've made the argument that the flag is not a vehicle, it's a playset, but
100%.
I still think it qualifies for my no vehicles rule. It's definitely not seaworthy. No, there's not. I mean, it would probably float, but it would float on its side, I think. Tilt right over. This was the Super 7 booth. They had this giant animated style GI Joe wall. This is the Ramen Toys bridge layer, the 6-inch scale bridge layer. They had, as I understand it, they had the Wolverine parts as well, the rocket launchers, but they broke in shipping.
Whoops.
Jesse, you missed the whole show. You just missed my entire spiel about. Go ahead, Kate. You can click on it. We were both clicking on it. You missed my whole spiel about Toy Pizza Expo. I showed photos. We talked about figures. I praised you and said how awesome you were and how awesome the show was. You're gonna have to watch it on the replay. But thank you for putting on such a great show. Oh, look, you can see the there's the Maverick figure right there, or at least the Aces of Aviation.
That's right.
Box. These are the previously mentioned Titanium Titans.
I kind of dig them.
Yeah, they're quick pivot away from Silverhawks, where they basically had to reinvent a brand or invent a brand from scratch that would sort of take advantage of, you know, some work they had already done. This is me all just speculating. I have no inside information about any of this. So
isn't that how Masters of the Universe kind of came about? They're like, we have to pivot away from Conan.
Basically, some of the stories would say, yes.
Yeah.
So there's a whole where the flag is. Oh, that's nice. I always thought it would be cool to just take the deck and carve it like out of wood, and then mount it to a wall, and then just have it as like a bookcase, and then just like that, you know, the lower decks are just like a bookcase or something. But these figures look really, really cool. This bad guy, I think Patrick Thomas Parnell, he has posted pictures, and maybe probably on Ramen's own website on social media. This giant bad guy, whose name I do not know, is like all translucent with a little bit of paint on him.
He's
and
Monster.
Has a Monster, yeah.
Monster.
He has a light up feature in his chest.
That's cool.
So he looks really cool. And look, I'm a sucker for Super Sentai, and you've got these, you know, various colored characters here. Look at all these alternate hands and weapons and stuff. So I'm definitely interested in see where they're going with this and what's going to happen with that. I appreciate that they're doing an original IP instead of dancing around an unlicensed thing
that happens to have wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Riot Press and Ramen Toys. This is American Ninja X, which is the way it was described to me was if Captain America, Snake Eyes, and Spider-Man, you just kind of put them in a blender and put them all together, then this is what you'd get. Is this guy. It looks pretty cool. It's a 6-inch action figure, and very curious. It looks like it's pretty close to being ready to put up for sale. We'll see where that goes. I'm very curious. It should fit seamlessly with your classified. This guy was from Fresh Monkey Fiction's Monster Force. I hadn't seen this dude before, and as if I wasn't already interested enough.
I dig it.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
My only complaint with this line is that we're 3 seasons out in terms of announcements, and there's no figures in hand yet. Well, the 2 exclusives from this show, but like, can we get some figures in hand? Just some more 6-inch figures that are coming up. We got these the hidden figures, or at least that's what they were called in the 4-inch scale.
Looks like Microman.
It's very Microman, yeah. We got this was a huge diorama display that Fresh Monkey Fiction had for their Monster Force figures. Like these are like season 1 figures designs here, and I think I have these army builders on pre-order. And then this werewolf guy is the same one from the Fury Toys.
Yes. Yeah. What happened there? Because like, Big Bad Toy Store has one up for pre-order. I'm like, this is just the Fury Toys one, but it's Fresh Monkey Fiction. Like,
I don't know how that works. I don't know enough about if that sculpt is just kind of like licensable. I don't know how it works.
We too want a werewolf for our line.
Yeah. Don't know, but it looks cool. This is the Dracula from Wave 1, Season 1, whatever you want to call it. This is what's his face? Van Helsing. This is the sort of generic trooper guy. They look great. They look cool, and I'm hoping to get them in hand
Yeah.
soon. So
I'll be honest. I've been to one timeshare seminar thing where they try to really hard sell you into getting a timeshare. Never again, but I would do one for action figures.
you would share an
I would
action figure
share.
with somebody else. No, you would not.
It was like
Absolutely
a HasLab,
not.
like
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No, you would share the rights to
Right.
be able to make your own of that thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cool looking figures.
Hey, I know
and then
those.
this is
I'm
from
gonna
their.
need those.
What did you say?
I'm gonna need 8 of those.
8 of those.
Yeah.
That's very expensive. by
I
the
don't
way.
care.
It's very expensive. We have one. We
Yeah.
have one on pre-order.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 7 more of
Okay.
those.
Let's get one in hand first, and then we'll see where it goes.
I
Just ask for a bunch from family members, like Big Bad Toy Store.
That's
gift
the only.
cards.
That's my only thing on my shopping list. I took this picture. I don't know how. It's like I said, I was
okay,
running.
so I need like a mix then. I need
Well, so the way it is, I think there's 3 different body styles and
Right.
3 different heads or something, and
Yeah.
the whole idea is like you have to buy 2 of each to mix and match them. Is that
Okay.
That math
It's
doesn't
something
add
like
up.
that.
Yeah, and then there's an
It's something like
additional
that,
one
yeah.
to get the Rudolph head or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a Soul Calibur fan, and I would love somebody like Jada to get the license for Soul Calibur. That would be fantastic. This is the Skeletron Wolf Trooper, just standee that was just like out in the hallway, like just with their incredible packaging art. This was their other Gyre Wolf packaging art standee thing that was just like out in the lobby. That's me and Dan overlooking the show Saturday morning, or maybe that was Friday night. So this is the whole line that's out in front of the convention room, just waiting to go in. And you can see that there are some tables set up out here, and our tables are like where this stack of boxes is right here. Like that's where we were set up.
Gotcha.
So you curl past us to go to the actual convention floor. That's my table with all my stuff. There's Dan with all his stuff. He was selling a bunch of his toys. We got SGO1, SGO2. I had boxes with me, but I wasn't giving people boxes because I wasn't going to bring a bunch of boxes in my suitcase to
That makes
gut
sense.
stuff. I had to keep it empty just in case I was able to buy anything. These guys who do these giant 2D, I don't know what they're made out of. Like, I think
Did you
it's
get that
like,
Boba Fett? Did you get the?
I
Boba
did
Fett?
not. No. I don't know where I'd put it. I don't really have any place for anything that big. Buy
I'm
all
a
the
little.
things.
I'm a little disappointed in you. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows of what she speaks. All I can say. I don't.
Yeah. This booth next to me, this is the Eagle Force headquarters. This is my booth right to my left. And they had this whole, like, you could buy these sort of 3D printed parts all painted up, and it comes with like, guns and consoles and chairs and stuff. Really cool stuff. And they had all these other modular pieces to set up your various 4-inch or 6-inch. I wish I'd gotten their name. I don't see their name anywhere here, but it was cool stuff. This one, somebody, I don't remember the guy's name, but he came up and said, hey, I love your channel. I watch your channel, and my wife started watching them with me, and she thinks you look like Rasputin.
What?
And so I was like, I'm gonna go get a picture. I'm gonna get something autographed. I'm gonna get something. She was like, can you put something on there? Because like every time we watch your channel now, she'd be like, oh, are we gonna watch a Rasputin video? And so I was like, I got it. To Jennifer. 1 N or 2 N? 2 N's? Okay. To Jennifer. Is it Rasputin? So he thought that was cool. Another satisfied customer. Friday night they had the like lobby swap thing going on, where it was just like literally like just filling the floor in the hallways between the convention center and the hotel was just piles of toys everywhere, and people just selling stuff and swapping stuff and whatever. it was a little too crowded and a little too hot and sweaty for me to want to like dig through all the stuff. But it seemed very popular and a lot of people looked like they were having fun. I took a picture of this one table that was just all Cabbage Patch Kid stuff to show that there was a variety of things available for different kinds of
You
collectors.
go to Joe Fest, you buy Cabbage Patch
Hey,
Kids.
look, you
Yeah.
could have got yourself a weird looking plush Gizmo here. It's like
I mean,
roadkill
that looks
version.
like a gizmo right there. That's
Yeah.
People over there like looking like, why is Rasputin buying Cabbage Patch
Yeah.
Kids?
What's going on? Get yourself some Gizmo decals, some busted up Joes. This thing was a 4-inch, I mean, I call it 4-inch scale, might as well be 6-inch scale or micro scale or whatever. Oh boy.
real head shaker.
That's a real head scratcher there. Yeah. This was a giant Cobra airship. I don't know what it's made out of, foam maybe. It was really, really cool. Mostly just because it was gigantic, just huge, just a really cool display piece. I think this is way bigger than the one Super 7 was putting together. Also, probably
Yeah,
way
for sure.
cheaper, unless you factor in the amount of time it took to make that thing. Look, you can see me taking the picture in the background here. Zoom and enhance.
And you're going through a couple different dimensions apparently.
That's right. I think I had a couple of pictures of this. Yeah. From the side. This was the tiniest swimming pool I've ever seen.
It's adorable. You can put it in your pocket to
tiny.
get back home.
Like the hot tub was next to it, and I think the hot tub was the same size. You could see it's like only 5 feet, and they really,
No
really
diving.
seriously,
Do not
Please.
dive.
no diving. But there's like a, got a ring here, life preserver ring, and just tons of seats for people to hang out and sit and watch 3 people swim. Very, very short laps.
Just, I would just sit there, get a bunch of people just to sit there and watch people swim.
Yeah, just lay
Yeah.
like in the middle of the pool
Yeah,
with your arms and legs spread out as far as you can.
that's it. Try to take
Don't
up as much
touch me.
space as possible.
Yeah. There's Dan stealing one of the standees from the lobby. And then this was speaking of Strike Force Alpha and Matthew Lecroy custom figures. This is Admiral Larson
Oh,
figure
what?
that this figure that he put together.
looks just actually. I thought it looked like Rasputin for a second. I'm not gonna let that go. Got that song stuck in my head. Rah rah Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
I don't know that one.
You what? The Boney M song? Oh man, it's good. I'll send it to you.
Boney M has more than one song.
They have like a bunch of songs.
Yeah. They have one Christmas song that gets played, and that's it.
Here he is,
Wow.
Admiral Larson.
In
Fancy.
person.
Fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, he had messaged me. I don't know, like 3 or 4 months ago. It was like, "Hey, do you mind if I do this? Do you mind if I call this Admiral Larson?" And I was like, "What could I possibly mind about?"
No. How dare you, sir? No
Yes,
relation.
please. You can do a whole line of figures starring that guy, as far as I'm concerned. This is bathroom glamour shots. The sink in the bathroom. This is the first shirt I've ever signed.
That's
Right.
that's an OG shirt right there too. Like
That's what my Secret Galaxy shirt looks like. My Toy Galaxy shirt looks great still, but my Secret Galaxy shirt looks just like that.
I've never seen a blue one. Somebody
Yeah.
got a blue one.
I
It's
like it.
crazy.
I like
Looks good. Looks good. And this was my family. My my aunt, my cousin, and her son all came from up from Florida to come hang out with the show with me, and it was super, super nice of them to do. I haven't seen them in a very long time, and they are totally into this kind of stuff. Like, there's some members of my family that are like, I don't really get it. I don't know what you're doing. I don't get it. But they are 100% into it. They understand it. I don't have to explain any of this stuff to them. They're big fans, super proud of, what I'm doing, and thought it was, I thought that was you, Lauren.
I was just gonna say, and also in chat right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because I asked Kate right before we went on, I was like, do you think they're going to care if I put that picture in because some people don't want to be on YouTube's, people don't want their pictures and stuff out there. And so we agreed that this was fair game. So I hope you're okay with it.
And if
But it was a
not,
blast.
it's too late.
Too late now. Too late. I guess I could always delete the live stream. That's fine. But it was great, and they saved my life because I had not eaten anything. I was starving.
You'll take a check, right? You'll take a check, Lauren.
I owe you more than $6 just for saving my life. They brought me like a piece of pizza and a soda, and I was like, "Oh, thank God! This is the most delicious piece of pizza and soda I've ever had in my entire life." I'm so tired and hungry. It was great. It was really, really great to spend the day with them. Really enjoyed it. And then this is me with version 2 Storm Shadow, not a family member. We I don't know if you can tell, but we were right outside the bathroom is where our tables were. So you had to go past us to get into the convention. You had to go past us to get out of the convention, and then if you wanted to use the bathroom out there, you had to go past us on the left. So
High
it was actually the best,
area.
optimal placing. Me with Snake Eyes.
Oh, did he see Storm Shadow? Okay, that Storm Shadow is a G.I. Joe member. So
Exactly.
cool.
So everybody was cool. Yeah, we didn't have any issues. There was no danger of anything happening there. And then I got one more chance to just run the floor, see what I could see, take as many pictures as I could as fast as possible. And so that's like 4 more pictures because I was just going so fast. This is Spiro Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. These were all figures from their latest Kickstarter. None of these are actual production figures yet. These are all still prototypes, but very cool to see them again in person. They had some early versions of these.
I want that chameleon so much.
I know he's so cool. Man, the chameleon and the bunny are just so awesome.
Reposition them. They got articulated eyes. I'm pretty sure the rabbit has articulated ears.
It's the articulated eyes, I think, that get me on the chameleon. Like, that's just so cool.
Yeah. Looking forward to getting those in hand. It's just been such a fantastic line. There's your bird.
I got my bird. That's not the good bird.
That's not the bird. That's not the bird.
My bird.
No.
That's not. I want my board. My board.
Yeah.
It's a barred bird. I wanted it. I bought it. I'm so excited.
I'm more excited for these lizard guys here. Really excited for them. I mean, that lion looks fantastic too.
Yeah.
They all look great. The whole line, good. Goodness gracious.
I'll probably end up buying a couple after, like when they're on BBTS or whatever.
The fox, I love the fox. Looks like he's missing his hand or something there. But I'm torn on whether or not I feel like he should have had boots.
I feel like you should have had boots for sure.
It's weird to be that dressed up and not have something on your feet.
Because isn't he supposed to be like a space pirate or something too?
Yeah.
Like space pirates wear boots. It's just how it is.
Like for some reason, it's okay to me.
That's rule. Space pirates.
Yeah.
Equal boots. Okay.
Yeah. But like, it doesn't bother me that none of them, the lizard doesn't have boots on. She doesn't have boots on.
Lizard boots are ridiculous.
I don't even care that the dog doesn't have boots, honestly, because like the dog's like his best friend or whatever. But like, the fox should have boots.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there'll be an accessory pack that has boots in it. This is Creative Beasts Studios. Beasts of the Mesozoic.
I love those so much.
Oh my god,
they're so good.
I want that dragon so
bad.
I want that dragon guy so bad. He's so cool.
They're so expensive.
I don't care.
Like $200 or whatever. That Stegosaurus looks rad though.
Yeah. It looked really, really good. And I forgot that this is a 1/18th line.
Yeah.
Technically, this is 1/18 scale. So I was actually a bit surprised at how small this saber-toothed tiger was. Like, it's not even, Zabu here is technically 1/12th scale. So it's smaller than this. And
there was a bigger one on the last picture, it looked like.
No, that's the same one from the previous picture.
Is it?
Yeah.
The one on the left-hand side? No, the one on the left-hand side. No.
Oh, over here?
What's that? Yeah.
I don't know. Because this one's actually like primed up.
I see. Is that the one that we got from the thing, or is that just a different one?
I think so. Pretty sure.
I feel like
I don't know. It was shocked at how small it was. I don't think have we ever seen this little guy?
No, little baby mammoth.
Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Little woolly mammoth.
Okay, but it does look like Trumpy, and I can't unsee that.
Who's Trumpy?
Trumpy from Pod People, I think. from It's a Mystery Science Theater.
Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, Trumpy can do magic things, and that's kind of what that guy looks like.
Gotcha.
I do want that dragon though. God damn it.
Yeah, that dragon is. Okay,
I was so close to buying both of them.
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, timeshare.
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 Do it.
Timeshare the dragon.
I will every month. We'll mail the dragon back and forth.
Well, probably we should only do it once a
You
year.
can do it quarterly. I was going to say
Well,
quarterly.
every quarter.
Yeah, 'cause the cost
Every
of-
quarter.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you. Yeah. Mhm.
What
Well, we can
holidays
make
do you
this-
want the dragon for? Then we
We
can.
can make this happen.
Yeah.
What holiday do I want the dragon?
I feel
for?
like
Just
Christmas
these-
is a big one for an ice dragon because he's an ice dragon.
Oh, I was gonna say Halloween. I feel like I could
I mean-
I could make him hang out.
Yeah, I think because
For
it's an ice
sure.
dragon, I think we would need to have it up here in New England for
Oh.
the snow.
For the winter.
With
Yeah.
the winter. Mhm,
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fine.
there's
Lights-
also there's a forest dragon that has like big butterfly wings, which I think is really cool.
Lights, camera, action figures. Thank you very much for hanging out. Have a good night.
Yes, thank you.
Just a cool line of just amazingly, I'll say scientifically accurate, but who really knows for sure.
I feel like the one in the I'll go back to the previous picture. There's the one in the back. There's a saber-tooth tiger in the back. I feel like that's the one that we're getting.
But it's the same thing. It's I
Is
think
it the
it's
same thing? It looks different. It looks like there's
It
more
does look different.
articulation.
oh yeah, this looks a little more. Whoops. I don't know.
I think the one in the back is the one that we're getting from what we ordered.
We're out of New Hampshire. We're based in New Hampshire. Ionica's Toy Review. Have a great night. Thank you very much for hanging out.
Yeah, it's the one in the back with teeth. Yeah, that's the one I thought that we
Hey, I have no problem being wrong or inaccurate on any of this. If it's a little bit bigger than I feel like I saw that one, I was just surprised at how small it was. If it's actually
that one is
bigger
tiny.
than the one in the back,
Yeah.
then more power to me. Here's a bunch of painted samples. Just absolutely gorgeous figures. Just awesome stuff. And none of this is the Cyberzoic. None of those
Right.
build outs are here,
Yeah. Which is what gets me. Like you take a really cool like dinosaur and you put machine parts and guns on it.
Yeah, sure. This is the Savage Crucible booth. These two lizard guys here are the Savage Crucible figures. This is obviously Kazar from Marvel Legends and Zabu from Marvel Legends, and then a custom little diorama piece.
I do love that looks guy.
I like the diorama piece. I don't know if this is
Isn't
like
that
a
just from a
fish
fish
tank.
tank? I was it looks like a
Yeah.
fish tank.
Looks great.
Go to PetSmart. You can just buy one.
Yeah. Lizard guys are great. None of these skirts here, none of those come with the figures. But this is really just to show that those Savage Crucible figures can mix with so many different lines. In this case, Marvel Legends, but you can put them with just about anything. And like Four Horsemen's Mythic Legions, they have their own tailor. The Strupp family here was doing custom tailored stuff for Savage
Or is it
Crucible that were
Stroop?
set up at their table. I don't know.
Like a stroopwafel.
Mm.
This is true. I've seen people use them in photography on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, what is that cool thing from? And they're like, oh, it's just a fish tank thing. And I'll go, oh, okay, cool. I'll go grab some. And yeah, you see the prices, and you're like, oh, I'm not buying any of those. These are the dwarfs, which I did not know they were doing. I may have
didn't know
just
they were
missed
doing
that.
dwarfs,
Yeah.
I like the proportions of those better than the ones from
Goblin orc, maybe
yeah.
something. But yeah, I think they look a lot more posable, a lot more articulated.
Mhm.
You're gonna have a lot more range of movement with this design than
The Mythic
some
Legions.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. You are gonna name them. I will name them.
You just threw it right out there. It's
That
like,
way if Jeremy
other
Gerard's
lines of
watching-
fantasy action figures.
Yeah.
I can't remember this. Oh, this guy's name. It's right here. That is Nashorn, the disinherited.
Disinherit. I hate
Is
being
this guy.
disinherited.
Yeah, he's out of the will. You're out of the will.
You're out of the will.
Nashorn. Get. And then I believe this is Who Man. Great looking figure. I don't love the name. but it is what it is. I'm actually looking forward to that. I think this is wave 2. And then this guy here, Jaeger. I think this is this Jaeger? Yes. Kind of a werewolf, wolfy looking guy. This is like, you can see his alternate head down here.
Yeah, I dig it.
Very interested in all of these. You've got this Krieger the Shunned, this barbarian over here on the left. I don't know if I have better shots of these. That's why I'm spending so much time on this.
Shunned is not as bad as being disinherited.
Shunned and disinherited. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like shunned is like, that's like getting slapped with the back of a glove. Like shunned is like
it depends on how permanent the shunning is.
Well, I also think it depends how much comes along with just like if you're disinherited and all you were getting was like the Velvet Elvis and $16, it's not a big deal. And I would rather be disinherited than shunned, because like shunned is just rude.
True. I guess it's all about context.
Yeah.
Jeff White says, I like how we as collectors will not bat an eye at the price of some figures, but when it comes to presentation of said figures, we're like, nope. Hey, I don't collect diorama stands and pieces and stuff. I collect action figures. If you can keep it cheap enough that I can still buy an action figure, that's fine. But when the price of the display piece gets to be, oh, now I can't buy a figure, well, that's where you lose me.
How many figures is that shelf?
Nope. Oh, there's a blurry Krieger, blurry Jaeger up front. And then this is the shunned guy here in the back. And then this is an actual licensed Conan figure from Frazetta back here. And this is a pose on Zabu, which I haven't even tried. And I was like, that's pretty good.
That's a good pose. Good. I love how prevalent Zabu is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there was like 5 of them on this table. It's like all over the place.
That's so many waves of Marvel Legends figures.
Yeah. And then Super 7 had their new
perfect.
What are they calling it? Reaction Plus. Reaction
the
Plus.
O-ring?
Yes. Rob Irizarry says, Velvet Elvis, I wouldn't mind missing out on, but dogs playing poker, that would be tragic. Just be careful you don't get shunned. Watch out for shunning. So this is the new Tomax and Zaymot in their business suits.
Finally, business suit, business attire, Tomax and Zaymot.
And they went with the old school mirror packaging here, but you've got a picture of them with their actual business suits on. Thoughts on these, Mike? You're not really an O-ring collector. So.
Oh no, not even a little bit. No. I don't think I'll buy any of these, but I'm honestly happy they're getting made. I feel like this is a good step up from Reaction, like basic 5 POAs. We're evolving, I guess.
I'll definitely check out this bat.
Of course,
I like bats, so I'll check him out.
As long as he has it looks like he won't have the reticular.
He better have
chest,
something.
though.
Oh, they definitely went for sculpted there.
Yeah,
definitely went for sculpted, but maybe it could have like a little clear chest plate. That's what they did on their Ultimates figures. We'll see.
True.
We'll see. Yes, they have swivel arm grip. So we got CoverGirl, Snake Eyes. I'll check Snake Eyes out just because.
If they get weird with this and give us like random cartoon characters that never got made in the line, like the Vendor Viper or something, I'll probably pick up some of those.
Super 7 named it the Vintage Collection. That's bold if they did that. Hey, look, more non stuff that you wouldn't expect to see at Joe Fest.
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake.
Heck yeah.
Upside down Leonardo.
Barbie. You got
Maui.
Well, that's herself. That's herself, the elf right there.
Yeah.
Fun.
Just different stuff. I wish I could have spent more time out on the floor buying things. I did grab these. These are the 2 exclusives: the Fresh Monkey Fiction Operation Monster Force, translucent versions of Dracula. And I can't remember Omen of the Forgotten One. Forgotten One is this guy's name. But I didn't buy them for myself. I picked them up for a friend and sent them out to him. I just they were $40 a piece, and at $40 a piece, I wanted to have the regular figures in hand first before I committed to the translucent ones. So I had to wait on that.
Makes sense.
And if I end up missing out on them permanent, oh well, it is what it is. This is the only figure I bought. I got Faunus from Mythic Legions. I've been trying to get my hands on Faunus for a while, and when I did my first run, love him so much. When I did my first run Friday night, I don't know why I missed it. Do you remember what wave he was in? Because you have him, right, Mike?
I don't have Faunus. No, he was in an early. No, I feel like he was in an early wave.
Oh, I thought he was in one of the just before I really started paying attention. I mean, which I guess was relatively early.
I was gonna say there were only like I got in on like wave 4 or whatever, so there weren't that many waves.
Like I followed the first Kickstarter. Heck, I followed the Ravens Kickstarter.
Right.
So I was aware of all of that stuff. Josh Brown says Advent of Decay.
So that was the wave before. I started in Wasteland, so that was the wave before that.
So that was the thing, Jeff, is I ran the floor. I knew that Mythic Legions were there, and I wanted to go check out the booth to see, because sometimes they just surprise you with what they put out. It's like, oh, here's all the current stuff, and then something from 8 waves ago or whatever, 4 years ago. And I saw Faunus, and I again, the floor wasn't open yet, so I grabbed it, and I was like, hey, can you just bring this up real quick? And they were like, oh, the guy who runs the credit card machine isn't here yet. Like he's the guy, he's got the stuff, it's not set up or anything. And I was like, okay, well, how do we resolve this? Because I don't have any cash on me. I don't have any cash. You don't have the credit card machine. Like, what are we gonna do on this? How you want to work this? And so I was like, can you just hold it for me? And they were like, oh, okay. And I don't think they actually knew who I was. They're just
oh
like,
my God, you didn't pull a you know who I am thing? Come on, man.
Well, I know some of the people that work there, but none of the people I know were actually at the booth. So I was like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. And so he kind of like put it down, and I was like, that's not going to be there when I come back. And like, if I had come back like 20 minutes later, I think it would have been fine. I still would have been able to get it, but I didn't come back until like the next day. And I was like, hey, is there any chance that figure's still there? And everybody at the booth was like, we have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, no, that's gone. But fortunately, Cookie and one or two other people were there who did know who I was. And I was like, hey, I know I sound like an entitled jerk right now, but do you guys have any more Faunus figures? That's really all I wanted. And they had another one. They grabbed it for me. So I was very appreciative for that.
They were giving those out in those Mythic Legion blind boxes.
Yeah, I think he was one of the figures in those for sure. Just such a cool figure. Really happy to get that one. And, it's part of being a collector, part of being a toy collector is if you can get it as cheap as possible, it's even better. So the fact that, I didn't have to pay, I don't even know what the current market rate is because I wasn't going to buy that. I wasn't going to pay that much for it. So knowing that I was able to get it just for regular retail price, direct from Four Horsemen, so cool. Very happy to get that.
He's like a tree, like a tree.
Yeah, he's like kind of like a Groot kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't like the tabard being sculpted on. I think that's the only thing that.
Which part's the tabard?
The chest, where it's just like cloth.
The cloth. Yeah, I mean that's how they were doing it back then. So
I know
it obviously doesn't match now. Now this would be a C. Jessam, tailored piece, and this would be tailored and all that stuff. And it took me a while to figure out because it does come with one piece of cloth goods, and it took me a while to figure out how to put it on the back here because different people have it put on different ways. Some people treated it more like a off the shoulder kind of cape style thing or like a regular cape, but I think it actually is supposed to be based on the 1/6 shooter pictures and stuff. It is definitely supposed to be more of a continuation of that. Skirt. Exactly. But it was a challenge to get that thing to lay right. But yeah, I'm super love this figure. But there was definitely other stuff that I would have liked to have gotten. I was standing at the Savage Crucible table with like product in hand, and then I got distracted and I put it down and I started talking to somebody, and then I ended up walking away, and I thought for sure I'm going to get back to the Savage Crucible table, and then I never did. And I know I can go on Savage Crucible's website right now or Big Bad Toy Store or whatever and buy something from them for them. But I wanted to buy it direct from them. You know, like it's different.
Cheaper.
It's definitely cheaper, but
Yeah.
it's just you like to be able to say thank you. This is a cool thing. Look, I'm buying it. I'm happy. I'm opening it. Isn't that cool? And I feel the same way about like, you know, our figures now. Like I want to be able to bring these figures to shows so that people can buy them directly from me instead of just having to have this sort of transaction through the website. I appreciate people buying through the website, but it's just fun to buy in person. You know?
I do know.
So that's all that. Like I said, I didn't really. I got this. Thomas Gwynn, who's the designer and sculptor on Warduke, was at the show. Let me go back to making myself big here. And he was super cool. And he and I have chatted a lot online, and he knows what a big Warduke fan I am. And so he was like, I know you don't need another Warduke. And I was like, the hell I don't. Like, of course I do.
Well, he's like, here's one that you didn't cut up.
Yeah. So so he gave me this, and then it's also he autographed it on the inside.
Nice.
Dan, thanks for all the kind words about this evil figure, Thomas Gwynn. And then it's also David Silva from Creative Beast from the dinosaurs, Cyberzoic. Was there. They were walking around together, and he was like, oh, you know, I actually worked on some of these bits as well. And then I was like, oh, well, then you sign it too, please. So I had both of them sign this. And the cool thing is that it's not like I can't take the figure out, even though the package is autographed. So I do have another Warduke.
Yeah, you needed that. That's a display piece right there. That's like that's an heirloom.
Yeah, don't get shunned. You get out of my will.
Don't get disinherited. Patrick Gerard, if you know Todd Stashwick, I'm sorry, not Patrick, sorry, Libra Tiger Pictures. If you know Todd Stashwick, hook him up. We'll talk to him. I loved him in Picard. Loved him in 12 Monkeys. Seems like a cool guy. You keep suggesting this. Like, if you know him, hook us up.
All kinds of other cool stuff. I'm just going to run through this stuff real fast. Obviously, we went way later than we usually do here, and that's fine. I've got so I'm a total jerk. Oh wait, no, maybe his name is in here. The guy.
The two are not necessarily
Matt. His name is Matt. I was pretty sure it was Matt. The guy that had the blue Toy Galaxy shirt that I autographed. He gave me this custom painted. It's a vintage Bespin Han Solo, but painted like the sequel trilogy. Yeah, Force Awakens. This is Force Awakens Han Solo, which I thought was really cool. And I've got a What's on Joe Mind t-shirt. The only problem is it is a 2X and I'm a large, so maybe I'll turn that into a pillowcase or something. I also got 4 Boba Fett's from the show, which was cool. One of them I did not know I had until I got home. Because Kate gave it to me. No, Kate gave it to me. I didn't know it was like in my bag. She had like put it in my bag before I left, and I just hadn't. And I think she actually had like he's all tucked in.
I thought Sticky Fingers Dan came back.
No. No, one was from my cousin. Thank you very much. One was given to me by Ken. I think this is Ken. Who his friend dropped it off for him and asked that I follow up with him and let him know what number it is in the Boba set, which I don't know yet. We'll be getting to that shortly. And then number 4 here. So very successful show as far as the Boba set was concerned. And I have other stuff. Oh, this was the last thing I really wanted to show off. We have a name in here. This is from White Vegeta. So Vegeta, like the Dragon Ball character.
Dragon Ball, yeah.
So white, the color white. White Vegeta handed me this this little foam, sort of like footlocker thing here, little diorama piece. So that's cool. I like that. But the other thing he gave me was this. It's this little foam. Get it out of the plastic bag here. So it's this little piece of foam, and inside there are 3 like
cool.
bubble levels, right?
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that he like buys these in bulk and then he makes these little foam things. And this
No,
is
that's not the right answer.
I didn't want to tell the whole story. I didn't want to tell the whole
Okay.
story.
Okay.
This is sized to fit in Destro's briefcase for like classified action figures. So
Gotcha.
these can be whatever you want them to be. Are they explosive cylinders? Are they poison?
Some
Are
kind
they
of
gas?
virus. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of virus, whatever. So I was like, oh man, that's really, really cool. Like I know they're levels, but still,
Sure.
that's a great
Yeah.
little accessory.
It's smart.
Yeah, it's fun for action figures to hang out with and dress up my shelves a little bit. Yeah. Lots of other stuff there. I'll be posting pictures on my Instagram at Toy Galaxy with all this stuff. The stuff from Toy Pizza Expo and also from Joe Fest. So that's that. The last thing I wanted to talk about here, I did want to mention again, Sergeant Reds next week, Sunday the 14th. Myself and Pixel Dan will be out there. The last thing is this. We are doing our own show this year, October 20th, Sunday, October 20th. We, Secret Galaxy, are doing our own show, Secret Galaxy Expo. It is being presented in cooperation with our local comic shop, Double Midnight Comics, who they've been in business for over 20 years now. They've been doing their own show, Granite Con, which is in September. It's the big New Hampshire, comics and collectibles, pop culture show. That's in September, right, Kate?
That is in September.
Okay,
yes.
September. And then we'll follow that up in October. They do sometimes have some toy vendors. In fact, in the past, I have been a toy vendor there. Before we started Toy Galaxy, when I was a dealer, I used to set up at Granite Con all the time. And it's just never been a huge part of their show. And so they were looking to sort of expand out and do more of a toys and collectibles kind of show. We wanted to follow up on our meetup from 2019. We did one in 2019, and then we were going to do another one in 2020, but then all the pandemic stuff happened and we just never got back to it. So we simultaneously kind of got in touch with each other. They were like, hey, you guys want to do and we were like, hey, we were thinking about doing and so it all worked out great. So they've got a space in their building that they're at called the Factory on Willow Street in Manchester. So this is in Manchester, New Hampshire. It is the same weekend as New York Comic Con. It is what it is. That was the date that was available. So if you're going to that, have fun. You can go 3 days to that, come 1 day to us or whatever. But
yeah, I mean, if you're going to New York Comic Con, we're only like 3 hours away. So
it's not that far.
A 3-hour
so
drive.
If you made the trek there all the way there, it's not that,
Yeah. So
New Hampshire is lovely that time of year.
Gorgeous that time of year. And after 3 days in New York, you're just going to want to get out of New York. Come to New Hampshire. Yeah. So 11 to 4, there's going to be an early bird at 10 a.m. from 10 to 11. So $5 to get in from 11 to 4. If you want to get in for that early bird, it's $10. We will be announcing vendors and stuff soon. Currently, I'll tell you that Spiro Toys is going to be there. They already announced it they announced it before we even announced the show. So
that's excitement.
Yeah. So they'll be there. And we're going to be doing some exclusives. We will have both SGO1 and SGO2 will be in stock. I can't guarantee the quantities. So limited quantities available. We're also going to be doing an exclusive recolor of the SGO1 figure as SGX1. We'll be showing that off sometime between now and October 20th. Just pay attention to our social media for all that stuff. Food trucks, weather permitting. I know that's not the biggest selling point of a toys and collectibles show, but hey, it's there.
I love a good food truck.
Yeah. And then also the Boba set I'll be showing off the Boba set. It'll be there, the full collection in person. I don't know what else to say about it.
Someone out there right now is planning a heist. They're starting their heist planning. This is the time.
It's gonna have a custom built alarmed case that is electrified and guarded by 6 Zabu Build-A-Figures.
They're gonna come down on the ceiling, just like
Yeah.
yeah.
And more announcements coming soon. This is still like we're throwing this together, like in the last 30 days, and now it's like, all right, let's start locking some of this stuff down. And seeing what other kinds of fun and exciting things. In fact, since we made this flyer, we already talked about doing a costume gallery thing where I'll
say it's so close to Halloween.
Yeah, and I don't know that we're going to do a cosplay contest or anything like that. That would be fun. But if people want to come dressed up in whatever, your Halloween costume, G.I. Joe costume, who cares? Whatever. That'd be fantastic. I might be in costume. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, more announcements coming on this soon. We would love to see everybody there if you can make it, if you're in the area. If not, totally understand. And that's going to be a fun time. So cool. Just get the 501st. I should just see like all of their Boba Fett. Whoever has a Boba Fett, I'm going to do that. All their Boba Fett cosplayers, just get them to come out, stand around the thing. That'd be great.
You don't want to get a stormtrooper because you'll miss it.
Yeah. 501st. Can you imagine only having 501 of something?
A pittance.
Those are rookie numbers. All right. Thank you very much to everybody for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate it. It's so weird to just be like, hey, I'm going to show you my slideshow for my family photo albums,
That's why I'm here.
But it's fun. I'm glad everybody was able to hang out. Mike, thank you very much. Please go watch go subscribe to Mike Case, Kaess. Sure. Go subscribe to Mike Case. He's got his latest video is the entire wave of Acolyte Black Series figures. I haven't watched it yet. I'll be checking it out tomorrow. Please go watch it.
It's a solid hour of watching.
It's that long?
Yeah.
I'm playing you on double speed.
I mean, it's 6 figures. It's 6 figures. Like that's less than 10 minutes a figure.
Kate, thank you very much for hanging out.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
See you next weekend at Sergeant Red's Collectibles in Utica, Michigan. Later.